person to tell you about this because I have been a fan for many years. I've been there over 25 times in my short 23 years of life, and I've done lots of research on the topic over the years. So I'm going to give you a brief overview of the parks, the resorts, and other areas of interest to do on Disney property. According to Wikipedia, Walt Disney Productions decided to open another theme park, aside from Disneyland, which is located in Anaheim, California, in 1959, and construction began in Lake Buena Vista, Florida, in 1967. Walt Disney World opened on October 1st, 1971, and all it consisted of at the time was the Magic Kingdom Park, the Contemporary Resort, the Polynesian Resort, and Fort Wilderness Resort and Campground. So why is Walt Disney World so special? According to Wikipedia, there are 32 parks and resorts on Disney property, and 23 of them are owned by the Walt Disney Company themselves. The main Disney parks are the Magic Kingdom Park, and that opened October 1st, 1971. There are 4 lands in Magic Kingdom. There's Adventureland, Frontierland, Tomorrowland, and Fantasyland. There's also Main Street USA, Toontown, and Liberty Square. Magic Kingdom is most well known for its beautiful Cinderella Castle, which is located at the very end of Main Street USA. On October 1st, 1982, Epcot Center opened, which is my personal favorite park. There are 2 themed areas at Epcot. There's Future World, which shows many innovative technologies of today and the future. And there's also World Showcase, which showcases many culinary arts and a lot of cultures from many different countries around the world. Epcot is most well known for people who think it looks like a giant golf ball. That houses Epcot's ride called Spaceship Earth. And Spaceship Earth lets you travel through time, watching how communication started, how it affects us now, and how it will affect us in the future. On May 1st, 1989, Disney MGM Studios opened. It is now called Disney Hollywood Studios, and it's not just a theme park, it is a working studio. Many movies and television shows were filmed there, such as Wheel of Fortune and Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. They film there at least 3 times a year. Not only has it made many movies and television shows, Radio Disney also broadcast out of there. Also, there was, not anymore, but the Disney Animation Studio, which has made many of today's most loved Disney movies, such as Mulan, Pocahontas, and most recently, Lilo and Stitch. It's most recognized for the Sorcerer's Apprentice hat, which can be seen as soon as you walk in. That's from Fantasia. A long time ago, when it first opened as Disney MGM Studios, it was most known for an exact replica of Grauman's Chinese Theater, which is located in Hollywood, California, and its Earful Tower, which is a real water tower for Walt Disney property. On April 22nd, 1998, Animal Kingdom opened, and it is the largest theme park on Disney property. According to Wikipedia, it is over 500 acres in size. Disney has a little nickname for Animal Kingdom called Not a Zoo. It's not just a zoo. You don't just walk up to the animals and look at them. They have a wild safari, which lets you go on a little safari car into what they call like a little desert jungle, makeshift for Disney, and lets you see a lot of wild animals that you can't find in a normal zoo. Not only that, but it also showcases a lot of culture from many of our continents, such as Africa and Asia. So there's not just fun to be had at the park, there's also fun to be had at the resorts as well. There are the Value Resorts, this is Pop Century. There are the Moderate Resorts, this is Coronado Springs. There are the Deluxe Resorts, many of them being on the main monorail line. And this is the Contemporary Resort, which has been there since Walt Disney World first opened in 1971. So there's not just things to do in the parks and resorts, there's also things to do on other areas of Disney property. Especially for adults, there are 5 main Disney golf courses. This is the Palm. They're all used on the PGA Tour. And there are also 2 mini golf courses for the young kids. There are also 2 water parks on Disney property. This is Blizzard Beach. There's also Typhoon Lagoon. There are 2 nightlife areas on Disney property. There's Disney's Boardwalk, which is supposed to look like a 1920s version of the Atlantic City Boardwalk. And there is the downtown Disney area with a lot of dining, shopping, anything you can think of, really. And this picture shows Pleasure Island, which just recently closed a year ago. For all you sports fans, there's the Wide World of Sports Complex, where the Atlanta Braves practice just about most of the year. There is also the All-Star Cafe located there, where you can see fun sporting events on giant screens all year long. And there's also the Richard Petty driving experience, which allows you to either drive in or actually drive a real race car around a NASCAR-sized oval. So basically, today I told you about all of the parks, the resorts, and other areas of interest on Disney property. And I'm telling you all this today because